Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Boink Studios, and check us out on boinkstudios.com, where you can see all of our projects, past, present, and future. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy Show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're back once again here on Facebook Live. Glad you are with us. We're also recording today. The show will post on YouTube and is always available on boinkstudios.com. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. This is episode number 162, and yes, we're moving right along here on Facebook Live. We want to thank everyone for joining us here, of course, and for coming back each and every week. Much thanks to Heidi Ryan and the whole crew at Wrestling Rumors for giving us this platform. We do greatly appreciate it. So episode number 161 was WWE Survivor Series and NXT TakeOver. We talked about both events and gave our predictions on both shows as well. But that was 2 weeks ago. Where has the time gone? Christmas is nearly here, and we've been so busy. 'Tis the season, baby. But we're back this week, which means a whole new show. This time, the main event is the Pro Wrestling Grab Bag. How do you like that title? That's a nice way of saying, I didn't know what to talk about, so we're just going to talk about everything. How's everybody out there? As always, we said our typical welcomes beforehand, before we recorded, but now we are recording, so I'll say it again. Hi, what's up? I'm Tom. Thanks for hanging. This is going to be a fun show. It's good to be back. Hello, everybody. Thank you for hanging out once again. I'm seeing names I don't know. To everybody out there, if you've never watched the show, thank you for watching. If you have downloaded the podcast and you're listening from iTunes or Google Play or YouTube, actually, either of the three, thanks for downloading. If you've never listened to the show, my name is Tom Clark. The main event has been going strong for 6 years. I've loved it. It's been something I'd always wanted to do to that point, and when I got rolling, it just became something that became part of every week life, man. So it was pretty cool. I'm a pro wrestling writer / feature columnist / analyst / dude that works in a pro wrestling promotion. All kinds of cool stuff out there. So yeah, man, we got loads to talk about. That's a little bit of my background, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the show. Again, if you've never watched it, thank you so much for hanging out. I do very much appreciate it. Orlando, what's up, my friend? Carlos, what's going on? Hope everybody out there is doing great. So yes, 'tis the season. Christmas is coming up soon. Can't wait. To answer your question, no, I'm not done shopping. Not yet, baby, but I will be. Amazon is my best friend, okay? Amazon knows me. Amazon gets me, all right? Amazon is everything I could ask for in a computer location. I don't know what else to say. In a website, in a shopping service. And Amazon is my friend. And one day they'll take over the planet along with Apple and Disney. So there you go. Just get ready. It's going to happen sooner or later. I'm here for it. Danny, you're incorrect. I have 9 jobs. So I miss the days of 8 jobs. There you go. All right. So this is Pro Wrestling Grab Bag. Again, nice way of saying whatever you folks want to talk about, we're going to talk about it. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to discuss everything surrounding the world of professional wrestling. I wasn't going to get too specific right off the bat, but I just covered a story that I put out on the floor seat. If you've not been keeping up, bear with me for just a scoosh here. Albert Christian Hardy, ACH, known in NXT as Jordan Miles, has signed with MLW. He did perform there in the past. He is now part of the Major League Wrestling roster. The announcement was made. He showed up at the Opera Cup, I think is what they called the event. And now he's slated for January 11th in the Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas area at 0 hour. So there you go. There's the scoop. If you followed the story, you know he went a little wonky on Twitter, accused WWE of being racist, accused him of a whole lot of things, called Jay Lethal and Uncle Tom. I'll never forget that one. It was a wild and wacky couple of weeks for ACH. But now apparently he's moving on. I always like to wish the talents well in whatever they choose to do. I never side with the company over the talents. You guys know that. I never have. It's just, I don't think it's a good look for any of us, to be quite honest with you. So I'm not siding with WWE in any instance here. All I will tell you is that it seemed like more noise was coming from Hardy than it was from the company. But guess what? That's just my take. Sebastian says, surprised anyone wants to touch that guy. Sebastian, good call. Hello, Sandy. Good call. Alicia, we'll get to John Morrison. We'll get to him next if you want. I wrote a column about him as well. Yeah, what is that, Sebastian Chick? Yeah, good call on that. I was surprised to see that as well. I kind of thought, I don't want to say the words blackballed. That's kind of a harsh term. And that could be misconstrued as well. You see what I'm saying? How things can be taken out of context. Not that that's what happened. Listen, let's back up for just a minute here, folks. I'm not saying WWE wasn't guilty of anything, but I'm also not saying they were guilty of something. I'm just saying I wasn't there. I wasn't involved. I'm not Hardy. I don't know how he felt. I don't know what was said to him, what wasn't said to him. It's his life, his situation. We can all sit back and we can judge him and we can say he's wackadoodle and that WWE is evil. We don't know any of these things. We can only base off of what we see and hear. And based off of what we see and hear, it seemed as though he went a little bit off the rails. But there again, man, that's just one white guy's opinion. Okay? Let's just call it for what it is. Okay, so everybody's asking about what are my thoughts about, hello, Wilf, everybody, this, that, and the other. John Morrison has signed with WWE. He's made it public. WWE has announced on their website. He's already filmed a little something for the bump, which I hate the name of that because it's so on the nose. It's ridiculous, okay? Like Tom Clark's main event's not on the nose as well. But hey, you know what? That's different. It's not. But it feels like it's different. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I like John. I always have. Will he be Johnny Raw or Johnny SmackDown? I don't have any. Johnny NXT? I don't know. I don't have any idea. So here's the deal on this. We can all get excited, and I am. I like John. Like I said, I think he'll be a great addition. But it's WWE. WWE collects talents. They collect talents so AEW can't have them. Bottom line, I don't care what you say. It's the freaking truth. Do they collect them because they're good talent? Sure, of course. And that's what they're going to tell the world. That's what they're going to tell you and me, obviously. But do they also collect them so Cody Rhodes can't have them? Obviously. So New Japan can't have them? Obviously. Do the math here, folks. Well, none of us are stupid. We know how the game's played, at least in that regard. WWE is a business. They've got people who are trying to take the market share, at least a part of the market share from them. They're going to do what they have to do to keep plowing ahead. And I think that part of that deal is signing up all the talent, which they've been doing for a couple of years now. So there you go. We'll see what happens. I'll be interested to see how it goes. Let's see. Do you know why ROH blocked Kelly Klein? That seemed extreme. Larry, there's all kinds of stuff. There's another big story that happened within the past 2 weeks that I wasn't here. Kelly Klein, former Ring of Honor Women of Honor champion. There was all kinds of story that came out about Joey Mercury, who's going on Twitter and posting personal conversations and text messages between him and a guy named Greg something, who is, I think, the vice president of Ring of Honor. I believe is how it goes, something like that. And Kelly supposedly had a concussion, and this guy wasn't allowing her to get treated or something. I don't want to misquote anybody here, but anyway, it's a mess. Go look it up and be prepared to read all day because, man, this story just keeps on giving. Kelly Klein is awesome. I love Kelly. I've had conversations with Kelly on Twitter that have nothing to do with pro wrestling. She's a big jazz fan like I am, so we've talked about Miles Davis, John Coltrane, just briefly in passing. We're not bros or anything. Don't get it twisted. But she seems like a really cool person, and she's good in the ring. She's very good in the ring, and she looks like a real woman, which I have said before here on the program is important as a fan. WWE is filled with blondes, blonde-haired superstars with blue eyes who are beautiful. Congrats. But I've seen it. I've seen it a bunch. Kelly Klein, not saying she's not beautiful, but Kelly Klein has not an artificial body. Can I just say it that way? And there's nothing wrong with that. And I love that, actually. She looks like a real person. I mean, honestly. And am I digging myself a hole I can't get out of? I'm trying to be complimentary because I love her to death. So she will land on her feet no matter where she goes, for sure. Darren, what's up? See, analyst said, I'd like to think Morrison wants to end at WWE and he has some unfinished business and maybe he just didn't want to go to AEW. Andy, I'll buy that. I have no problem with that at all. Why did Jericho's LexCon include AJ Styles, Paige, and Kay? Just because he wanted to be funny, Christopher. I wouldn't read too much into that. Let's see. I don't know. Miz is quite hot now. Maybe A reunion with Morrison. I don't know about a reunion, but I think they'll probably go at it at some point. I wrote a piece and published it today on Wrestling Rumors involving Morrison. It said John Morrison returns to WWE, rise or fall for the former Impact World Champion. Because that's how I see it. Because again, WWE's in the business of collecting talents so other companies can't have them, which is okay, but not okay at the same time if there's no plan. If there's no plan for John Morrison, then guess what? This thing's going to fall on its face. Ask Drew McIntyre how it went for him so far. Hui. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to have a plan. If there's no plan, then you're just going to stand in one place and spin your wheels in the mud. There's no sense in that. So we'll see what happens. What else we got out there? Somebody was asking about Seth earlier. Seth's heel turn, supposedly, it's a heel turn. Never you fear. Kevin Owens, I believe, is being positioned as the top babyface on Raw, which makes sense. It doesn't make sense all at the same time. It's a very weird situation. It is what it is. Let's see. What is going on with Becky? Not sure, Darren. What are you referring to exactly? Let's see. What else we got going on, folks? What other bit of news that you want to talk about today and discuss and get out there for the whole world to hear? And by the way, again, if you're joining us for the first time, thank you much for watching. Thank you much for listening and for downloading the show. If you've done that, again, we very much appreciate it. If you've never watched today and you are joining us from the Wrestling Rumors fan club, or, fans of the page, welcome. You've seen Chris Featherstone pop up a couple of times here. Support Chris. He's a highly regarded colleague and confidant, and he's helped me on more than one occasion. So I owe Chris a huge debt of gratitude that I'll probably never be able to repay. So yeah, show Chris some love on Twitter and Facebook as well, if you will. It'd be greatly appreciated. Seth and AOP, a new type Shield. I don't know. I think it's easy to make that comparison, but we'll see. Let's see. Is Vince starting to take a step back and letting Triple H take over a little bit? I don't know, Brian. We'll see. Proof's in the pudding. XFL is supposed to kick up in 2020. We'll see how much of a step back he actually takes. Who will Brock face at the Rumble? Phil. Question of the year there. I'm not sure, man. Who are they going to move into position to get pinned and to get smashed and take a whole bunch of Germans and get crushed? Because that's what's going to happen. I mean, you can't in good faith believe that Brock's going to drop to anybody unless it's a very certain somebody that WWE is fully backing. It's not going to be a Rey Mysterio. It wouldn't have been a Dean Ambrose. It wouldn't have been a Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt now, maybe a different story, right? But we'll see. Can I be honest with you guys? I just got no drama. There's no drama, no interest in me anymore when it comes to Brock, because it's just the same old thing. I'm not underestimating his value. I'm not saying that he's not worth anything. Obviously, I'm not saying that. But what I am telling you is that I just grow tired of talking about the guy because it's just the same shtick all the time. How good was the Austin Undertaker Broken Skull interview? Man, I know you're going to kill me. I have yet to watch that. I've got to get to. I'm so far behind on watching some stuff. Like I said, this past week has been very busy for you, boy, for sure. No doubt about it. We talked about a lot of stuff before we went live and recorded here. So, yeah. Anyway, one of the things we talked about was I'm currently the social media director of High Velocity Wrestling. Quick plug time. So go check out HVW, highvelocitywrestling.com. We're also on Facebook. Got a big event coming up in January. Please support us. It's greatly appreciated. Okay. What else we got? Do you think The Undertaker will have a WrestleMania opponent? Yeah, I do. I don't think it's over for him yet. Having said that, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know. Everybody was waiting on this past year, right? So we'll see what happens. Speaking of RH, a fellow Wrestling Rumors podcaster brought up the fact that he thought when Bully Ray came there, they should have put the bet on him to get the company over. Your thoughts? To get Bully Ray over? All right, so I'm not going to dispute that, Robbie, but here's what I'll say. I'm not disagreeing with it either. There's no sense in it. It's silly. But here's what I'll say. I don't know where Bully is coming from. Was that something that Bully wanted? We can always sit back and say, well, WWE should have done this. Ring of Honor should have done that. If the talent question, did Bully care about it? I don't know the answer to that. If the answer is he was open to it and they said no, or he wanted to talk to them and they didn't talk to him, that's a different story. I don't know, good for business? I don't know. That's a very subjective thing, good for business, in my opinion. Could it have hurt? I don't think it would have hurt, but look where they are now. I mean, RH is struggling. I don't know how much they're struggling financially because I'm not keeping up with that, but they're struggling in terms of content. The talent's doing exceptional. It's just the fan base has dwindled. The fans are not what they used to be. And we're going to see. We're going to a show, the show in Concord in January. I'm looking forward to it because I want to see the matches. I don't care about the crowd. I don't care about that. I just want to see the show because I'm a fan. I love RH. I mean, I do. I enjoy it. I don't love the company and what they've been up to and how they've slid, but I love the product. I just do. I've enjoyed it from day one. I have to be honest with you. Let's see. Hope CM Punk come back and get a something. Michelle says. And he says Sting and Taker. I've been waiting on Sting and Taker for 25 years. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, is it? They had, what was it, WrestleMania 30, the night that they put Bryan over? Or am I getting my years mixed up? What was the year? Was it 31 when Sting wrestled Triple H and we're all like, wait, Sting's going to... Hang on. Do they know that Bray's in the locker? Do they know that Taker's wrestling? Why is Taker working Bray? Sting's standing right there. That's one of those things, brother. Let me tell you. WWE does and goes in the direction that Vince McMahon says they do and go in. We all are well aware of that. The old man, as they call him, affectionately, I suppose, the old man didn't want to book Sting versus Taker. Now, there again, I'll go back to what I said earlier. Whose decision was that? Where Sting and Taker both like, I don't really care about it. I don't know if we can work this up. I don't know if we can do it. Maybe. We don't know what conversations were had, folks. We don't really know. All right? Maybe those things were said. So someone said, the caller said too late for that. Yeah, maybe so. What's up, Belinda? What's going on? Jess says, funny thing with RH on Fox, their commercial video shows a bunch of WWE Superstars from the time they were there. Oh, no, dude, that's done. Jeff, that's done by design. Look at ROH's social media stuff. They rewind videos of AJ, just like Impact does. They rewind videos all the time of current WWE stars. Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, CM Punk. Oh, of course they are. On one hand, I can't fault them for that. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, you got a locker room full of talent right now. Really, really good talent. Okay? Why aren't we talking about them that much? I don't know. Maybe that's just me splitting hairs. Let's see. Do you think there's a chance Edge could appear in the Royal Rumble? I don't know. We've said before, and people in their smug arrogance came out on social media. I think it was Twitter, whatever, and told Edge, for the sake of your kids, Edge, you shouldn't wrestle. Think of your kids. Most arrogant, condescending tone imaginable. Like, you got a lot of guts. There's the word. You've got a lot of guts suggesting to Adam Copeland what he should and shouldn't do with his freaking life. Okay, that I take huge exception to that. I'll say this: if he's healthy and he wants to do it, let him do it. If they're okay, they cleared him, let him do it. That's all I can say about that. Do I want to see it? I'm okay seeing it. I'm okay not seeing it. I know that's a non-answer. It's just how I look at it. Sting says something about he would only wrestle again. Absolutely, and that's the way he should be for sure. Alma's giving us the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame inductees. Holy Lord, look at that list. Everybody look at Alma's list and say congratulations to the inductees that got in this year. Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame is a big deal, man. Really, really big deal. There's more than just WWE Hall of Fame out there, folks. That's why when people get upset about WWE Hall of Fame, I'm like, one guy's making the call. Stop getting so upset about it. Who's your bet to win the Royal Rumble? Andy, I don't know. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, I don't know. Can I be honest with you? I quit counting on surprises. Kevin Owens. You know what I'm saying? WWE, I'm not going to say they're letting me down. They don't have to make me happy. They don't. At all. Okay? But I've let go of a lot of I wish this would happen kind of thing. I just don't. I'm not trying to dodge your question, dude, or anything. I'm just saying I'm just sort of back and forth on how I feel about that. Is it Adil Hussein? Adil? I'm so sorry. Don't let me mispronounce your name. Tell me if it's Adil. Adil? Well, speaking of Royal Rumble, who do you think can be a surprising? I think that's... they're going to put legends in there. They'll put NXT guys in there. They may even put a woman in there. Who knows? Surprise, I think, would all have to do with who's available at the time they could sneak in the back door, like they did with the Hardy Boys that year. That's how I answer that question. Kane is rumored to headline 2020 Hall of Fame. I'd buy that. I think that would be fine. Justin says, I wish Cena would turn heel. Yes, Justin, I wish gold would fall from heaven. Neither of which are probably ever going to happen. Let it go, my friend. Never say never. I get it. But John's done. And I don't know what a heel turn would even do for anybody at this point. It would reignite a career that he's not there for anymore. Right, he's moved on. Brian says, is Dominic going to become a wrestler or just... No, he's training. He's flat out training. It's going to happen. Is it true Morrison showing up on... Has it been teased that he'll show up? Adil is right. Thank you, Adil. Awesome. Adil, are we friends on the Facebook? Please send me a friend request. WB likes collecting talent. I like collecting friends. I like collecting people that I don't know from... and I don't even know where you live, so don't take this the wrong way because your name is what it is. I don't mean to be disrespectful. But assuming you don't live in the United States, it's always cool to make friends around the world. And if you do live in the United States, I'll make friends with you anyway. It's all good. So, yeah. She says, can American bat a... or he says, dude, I'm so sorry. Can I be honest with you? My eyes are not what they used to be. So my humblest apologies, for sure. My apologies on that. Can American bat a make a return? I always thought, dude, a lot of people hated that character, that gimmick. I was perfectly fine with that gimmick. I thought it was awesome. I don't care what anybody says about that, man. I'll disagree with you all day long until you're wacky, because I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great way for him to kind of break character but not break character, that kind of thing. So yeah, I was perfectly fine with it. I like seeing him make a comeback. It makes sense. That'd be the character he'd walk up on stage and accept the Hall of Fame for, or he could just show up as himself, which would be completely breaking kayfabe. Not that he hasn't done it before, for sure. Alicia says she loved it. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people feel that way too. Don't mind the noise if you hear that noise happening. I got something downloading to the laptop. So these things take time, folks. And if it persists during the entire show, my humblest of apologies. And hopefully it's not too distracting for you there, guys. With any luck, it's not too distracting. There you are. I lost the page there for a second. My apologies. What's your thoughts on NXT, Matthew? I like NXT. There's my thoughts. I enjoy it. I think they're throwing too much at the wall. I think they're throwing... they've got amazing talent. They can have amazing matches, but I don't know that every single week needs to be a pay-per-view caliber event. They almost beat AEW again in the ratings this week. So maybe it's working. Maybe that's the whole point, is to throw pay-per-view caliber matches every single week to beat AEW. Don't think they're not thinking about that. You're crazy if you don't think that. Ricardo says, happy Sheamus is back. And with his old haircut. Yeah, you know what? I'm all about Sheamus too, Ricardo. Love the guy. Very underrated. Catches too much crap for no good reason. I like that he's still there. I like that they're going to bring him back in a big bad way, and hopefully they do. So, who should Stone Cold have as his next guest? Well, if I don't know, man. I don't know. CM Punk. How about that? I'd buy that. I'd buy that for sure. See what he has to say. And hopefully he won't get sued this time. Not funny. It's kind of funny. Let's see. What else is going on? Rod just showed up. Everyone tell Rod hello. I know everybody's out there busy doing Christmas shopping and stuff like that. I can't wait. It's my favorite time of year. You guys know I'm a sucker for the holidays. I just am. Will says, do you think Keith Lee will be the next NXT champion? No, I don't at the moment, because I think the Undisputed Era is just on a roll. For sure. Who would you like to have as a guest on here? Oh, here on my show? There's a whole big list of people I'd like to have. No doubt about it. I'd love to talk to John Cena. I think that'd be fun. I think he would make it fun. I've never had a bad interview. Not because of anything I did. I've never interviewed anybody that was tough to interview. I've had a couple that was hard to get information out of them because maybe they weren't in the mood to talk to me or for whatever reason. But I don't think it was anything that I couldn't deal with or couldn't pull out. I haven't had as many guests as a lot of other guys around me who are my colleagues, obviously. But I've had a few, and I'm proud of the interviews that I've had. I'd like to talk to Cena for sure. Let's see. I remember when he powerbombed No Blood Siler. Who are we talking about, Christopher? Talking about Goldberg? Everyone's talking about Goldberg. Yeah, Goldberg. Chip just said, what did I miss? Did I miss something about Goldberg? Sebastian Chick says Goldberg sucks. It's very rude. Very crude. It's all good, man. So yeah, I like Goldberg. I do. I think the fact that Goldberg is still over, despite the stuff that's happened in the past year or so with his returns to the ring, yeah, dude, come on. That's the power of his gimmick. That's the power of his charisma, his personality. There is something about Bill Goldberg that if you could bottle that stuff and sell it, you could have the best and give it to guys. You would have the top pro wrestling company in the history of the entire freaking planet that outsell WWE, AEW, everyone combined by sheer force of charisma. Because I'm not downplaying that. The dude has it. He has it. When the dude can stand still and not say a word and you can't take your eyes off of him, that's impressive. How many guys can you say that about in the history of the business? Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, Jake Roberts, CM Punk. Guys that you just, okay, I got to watch this guy. My God, Mick Foley. Like you just can't help it. Charisma, man. Connection. It's very important. Oh, I get you. Austin's next guest is going. There you go. That makes sense. That does make sense. See where Sid showed at one of your wrestling rumors go. Did you see where Sid? No. Who did he no-show? Was it Chris? Who did he no-show? I'm not surprised by that. He's no-showed people before. Andrew, we talked about RH already here on the show. No, I'm not going to call it trash. I think a lot of the decisions they make are garbage for sure. Merry Christmas, Joshua, to you as well. Oh, my God, in Australia. Joshua, Merry Christmas to you in Australia, my friend. For sure. Goldberg as a person is cool, as a wrestler. No, Chip, I get you. But the whole stay retired bit, again, his call. I see where you're coming from, though. Do you think Finn Balor will return to the main roster and join the OC, take it over from AJ Styles? No, I do not. I think he just got to NXT, and I think he's happy. Any news on Matt Hardy leaving WWE? Nothing that I can give you. Nothing rock solid. I don't want to throw out rumor and conjecture. I could, but what's the point, really? I don't know how many more times they're going to use him. I would think that they're waiting for Jeff to get healthy and get back, and then you'll see something happen. What else we got here, folks? What a grab bag this has been. What a day. We're only 30 minutes into it. Told you my eyes are terrible. Isn't that awful? I gotta get some new glasses, man. I can't see hardly anything anymore. It's crazy. Old people, what are you going to do? While we're sort of at a pause here, how's everyone doing out there? How's everybody's Christmas shopping going? Everybody buying some cool wrestling stuff for that person in your life? Because your boy could use some new pro wrestling stuff. Hey, all right. I'll post my wish list and you guys can just hook me up as you see fit. I'm kidding. I would never do that. I think that takes a lot of guts for people to do that, to be quite honest with you. Do you know what's happening with Owens? Is he with Raw or NXT? Joshua, I've not heard if he is indeed making a move. I would say he's on Raw as the counterpart or the combatant of Seth Rollins. He'll be his counter, is my guess. Those two guys are going to enter into a feud. Is my best take on that. What is your take on Nick Aldis versus James Storm? Alvin says it's going to be a good match for sure. I like both guys. I love Nick Aldis. He's so good. He's so freaking good, man. Chip says, I really hope Jeff gets some help for himself. Boy, we've been saying that for years, haven't we? Will says, what'd you buy for your boy? I can't tell you because if he listens to the show, he's going to know. Needless to say, we're almost done shopping for the boy, and he better like it. He better like it, or I'll throw him out of here. I'll send him out on a rail. I'm just kidding. He's too young to hobo. He's 11. Bad things could happen. He can't defend himself yet. I'll have to get him a shank. You know what I mean? I could carve him a shank out of like some piece of wood, random driftwood. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. Chip says, you got a P.O. box? No, I don't. I'm totally kidding, Chip. Don't anyone out there try to buy me stuff. Jen's back. Jen, what's up? Welcome back to the show. I was kidding about the gift stuff, man. I'm not one of those guys. You see those guys that do that? They post like and gals too. Women, for sure. Here's my Amazon wish list. I don't have the guts to ever do that. First of all, if anyone ever bought me anything, I'd feel so humbled. And plus, I would feel the need to buy that person something in return. This thing could get expensive quick. Tell you what, if you guys want to do something for me, here's what you can do. Go to the High Velocity Wrestling page and give it a like. And follow the posts and help me support the company that I work for. Because we got a show to sell tickets for in January in North Carolina. All right, that's all the plugs you're getting. Relax. I told you I was going to use this podcast as the primary stage for it, so my apologies. Let's see. Brock Lesnar probably faced the guy he crushed, the commentator from Raw. Or Carlos, he's already crushed him. Dio, what's his last name? Dio something. Malone, it's not Malone, right? Matthew Zunga says, who do you think is going to be the main event for TLC. Would it be Brock? I mean, possibly. Fiend versus Daniel Bryan? Maybe. Mark, I wasn't here, bro. Oh, you're saying you missed me. Mark, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. I missed being here. I was busy, but I did miss being here. I think it'd be a women's first ever TLC match. You know what? I'll go for that. But haven't they already had a women's TLC match? Or am I crazy? Yes, Larry, we are going to take HVW on the road. Larry, where are you located at? Where are you located, man? Just said hers. Yeah, that's what I heard too, Justin. Same thing at Brock's Call until next year. They've got that's the deal they wrote for him, baby, that he signed, that they wrote and he signed it, and everybody's all good. We all get upset. Brock Lesnar's not here. Get mad at the company, baby, not at Brock, okay? But yeah, he's only got so many places. He's only got so many appearances per year. Larry won't be coming as far as Detroit, my friend. Right now, we're in the Mid-Atlantic area for sure. Is it time for a new Raw Women's Champ, and who should it be? I don't know, man. I like Becky. I'm sorry. I think that the longer she holds that title, the more solid she is, and the more that people are reminded of their commitment to her. I think it's important that, we always get upset about the way the titles get thrown around like hot potatoes to some of these guys and gals. Let her keep it for a good long time. Let her keep it till WrestleMania. I'm dead serious about that. Why not? That's how I feel. HVW coming to Wichita Falls, Texas. Well, that's a long haul, Alma. I don't know if the West Coast is in our plans anytime soon, but the East Coast, said Mid-Atlantic area of these United States, we're a little limited by where we're going right now, but it should be a fun ride. Justin says he loves Becky and Bayley as champions. I agree with that. I should have specified the first ever women's tag team TLC match. Did I say it wasn't TLC? Oh, tag team. Gotcha. Okay, you're all good. Yeah, you're all good. Totally. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go for that, sure. The only thing that I've ever had an issue with when it comes to the female superstar of WWE is that do we book them in these kinds of matches because it's making history or because we just want to make history? Do you see what I'm saying? Is there a fine line that they walk between, ooh, this is something the women have never done, this should be fun, or is it, we got to do this because they did this, now we got to have them do this, did the men do that, they got to do it too? I don't know. I don't know if the women need to mimic every single solitary men's stipulation match that there is. I don't know that it's necessary. Having said that, I'm pretty sure WWE is going to go for it. That's what they've been doing for 2.5, 3 years now. So, yeah, what is it with the dark teams? Mark, you're right. AEW's obsessed with that gothic stuff, aren't they? It's crazy. Albany, Georgia. Ricardo, hey, man, Georgia might not be off the... we got to be respectful also. We're not WWE or AEW. We got to be respectful. You can't just go into another company's territory. We're treating it like we did during the territory era, where you don't just step in on top of somebody. That had to be a concern as well. They say everything is history and a moment. Yeah, for sure, Tony. They hype it. I can't fault them for that, though. Do you think Ciampa's going to win the triple threat? Ciampa, excuse me. Tommaso Ciampa. Possibly. That's my answer. I know that sucks, but it's my answer. So, AEW's next ECW. I don't know how I feel about that. I disagree with you to a large degree. AEW already has 9 times the budget ECW ever had. Believe that. Nathan says, Camille elevated the silent treatment to a full-blown gimmick. Yeah, she has. But what's up, Nathan? But my answer to that is I don't know that she's cutting promos on social media, but she's active on social media. It's her boyfriend / husband on Instagram because I follow her on Instagram. So she's not committed so much that she's, you see what I'm saying? But maybe it has. The fact that she's not speaking. It's different, right? Why not go? Who was the player that year, you old school NFL fans? Help me out here. He didn't talk to the press for a year, like that whole season. They interview him in the locker room. He just sit there and just look at them and wouldn't say a word. He showed up for the press, but he didn't speak because he had turned against the press. If I got some old school NFL fans out there, you guys might know who I'm talking about. I can't remember who it was now. Matthew says, enjoy watching AEW. They put on a great show, in my opinion. Matthew, go with God, man. I enjoy AEW as well. And I'm going to tell you something. For any of you diehard WWE fans out there that believe the sun rises and sets on Vince McMahon's brow, you'd be well served to want AEW to succeed as well. We can't want these companies to fail. I've said this time and time again. Don't want the companies to fail. I've been covering Impact Wrestling for the floor seat for a month. I don't know if I can do it anymore. It's a hard show to watch. I'm not kidding. There's some hot garbage on that show. Notice I didn't say there's some hot garbage on that show and man, I wish they'd shut down. I don't. I want them to get it right and make it better. Okay? That's how I feel. I don't want them to go anywhere. No, it wasn't Marshawn Lynch. You're right. You're right. This is old school. Old school. Going back to like the 70s. 70s. You're all right about Lynch, but it was somebody else. I don't think it was NBA guy. I'm pretty sure it was NFL. We're going back old school here for sure. You're all right about Lynch. Everybody's killing me. You're all right. But I'm talking there was somebody else that did it. I want to say it was the 70s. Yeah, Impact is bad. It is. I'm not gonna lie to you. The talent's good. Some of the talent they're featuring in top spots, I disagree with. It's my own call, my own personal opinion, my own taste. I don't understand where they're going. There's not a clear direction in my mind. There's not a clear, we start here, we go here, and then we end up here. I'm not feeling it at all. At all. Let's see. Christopher, from your lips to the ears of God, my friend. I hope they do John Morrison right as well. We've been saying that. We said that already on the show today. But Ill says, would that be guys going to be putting guys like Tyson and Kane who've achieved everything they had the likes of Mustafa Ali and Ricochet? Yeah, but Ricochet's getting spotlight. You can't argue with that. Ali's getting some spotlight too, for sure. Do you think Ali should be ICW champ? I don't know. Elvis Martinez, if that is your real name. Best name ever. Is that your name? Shut up. Is it? Shut up. Love that name. Love that name. Some of you guys have the best names ever. I'm very plain. I'm very cookie cutter. I'm very black and white. Tom Clark. Tom Clark. You could almost say it like that. It's silly. I'm named after my grandfather. Loved my grandfather. Never knew him, but love him. Right? So it's all good. But I'm saying some of your names is amazing, are amazing. It's the South coming out of me. Some of your names are amazing. I don't know about Ali being the IC champ. I don't know. I mean, that belt could be used in the right way to elevate, and it's not, and it's blah, and it's whatever. I don't know. Just do right by him. Just don't punk him out every chance you get. That would be my answer to that. Dwayne Thomas, 1971. Thank you, Nathan. I forgot his name. Yeah, he didn't speak. There's footage of him sitting there just staring at the reporters, just looking around, wouldn't say a word. Because no one had ever seen that to that point. No one had ever seen it before. Thanks for looking that up. Elvis, that's your name. Great name. Tim says, what would you think of a woman in the wrestling world champ? I have my own views on women wrestling men. I'm not much for intergender wrestling. Now, I don't say this from a sexist point of view. Tom doesn't think that women can do it. If Tessa Blanchard pins Brian Cage, and then Brian Cage, I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know what good comes of it. Arn Anderson said it best on his podcast. I don't want to steal his line, not attribute it to him. He said, I don't know how that helps either one of their business. What did it do really for Tessa? Ooh, Tessa pinned Brian Cage. Okay. That means Tessa needs to never lose another women's match ever again. Ever, never, never, and forever, ever, never, never, forever, ever. Because she pinned Brian Cage. Brian Cage, 6'4", 290 pounds, whatever he is. She pinned him. She pinned him. By the way, she pinned him. Hui. Right? Tessa should never lose again to anybody other than a guy bigger than Brian Cage. I call it like I see it. How else do you call this? I know what you're thinking. Tom, stop trying to look for logic in illogical, get that out, illogical business. I get it. Still, I have to look for it. It's my job. I want this to make sense. I need it to make sense so I can tell you what I think. That's the deal. Hot garbage. Amen, my man. Billy Jack Haynes versus Chris Masters. Ooh, Billy Jack in his prime? Yeah, I'd go for that. Want Joe and Kay to become a tag team. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Lucha Underground did it. You're right. Wasn't it Evilise they put the title on? Right? Hui. I loved Evilise. Let me just rephrase this so you understand. I love me some Evilise. Straight up. Dude, she's bad. She's super bad. She's the one James Brown wrote a song about. Believe that. Okay? No kidding. Jen says poof. I like that. Sebastian says they're good. She's good up there doing it. Yeah, whole lot of Tessa. When you watch Impact, that's a whole lot of Tessa. It's okay. And she's top star. I get it. But like a whole lot of anything is not a whole lot of good to anybody. Honestly. Too much is too much for sure. I agree with that. Doesn't matter more about size since the most effective finisher is the roll-up. Well, yeah. It's the cheapest roll-up, cheapest finisher as well. No doubt about it. A roll-up should be outlawed. Should be outlawed. No roll-ups allowed. No schoolboys allowed in this match. The first man to attempt a schoolboy gets disqualified. That sounds like a WCW stipulation, doesn't it? It's a schoolboy on a pole match, which kind of took on a really weird connotation just now. My apologies. Because they put everything on a pole. You get it. Let's see. WWE has done nothing with Braun. He needs a belt. No, he doesn't. Braun, you want to make it worse? Give Braun a belt. You want to make a situation worse with Braun Strowman? Put a title on him. He already doesn't have a direction. They already don't know what they're doing with him. They already don't use him. They already don't use him the right way. Now we're going to put a title on him. So then we can all get mad at the fact he's the IC champion, or he's whatever champion, and they're not doing anything by him. Now we can get mad about something else. A title's not going to fix anything. I respect your opinion. I do. Because you got a freaking great name, and I love your opinion. But at the same time, the gold isn't going to fix anything with anybody at all. It just won't. WWE has to fix it first. Then we talk about what they could give him down the road. Brian says Seth and Heyman. Brian, I'll buy that for all the dollars. The only issue I have with it is that Paul represents Brock. And the only winning formula to this point is Paul representing Brock. It wasn't Paul representing Cesaro. It wasn't Paul representing Ryback. They tried this stuff. It didn't work. It wasn't Paul representing Curtis Axel. Maybe all that stuff could have worked. They chose for it not to work because it's WWE. And you got one old dude calling the shots. Okay? That's the truth. But having said all that, there again, I don't know if it would work now. I love Seth. I do. Seth gets on my nerves because of the stuff he says. I love him in the ring because I do. I don't much care for his arrogance because I think he's got some arrogance. It's okay to have some ego. I've told you that, guys, before numerous times in the past. As a pro wrestler, you got to have some level of ego, or what are you doing with your life? Get out of the business. You got to believe you're good. You got to believe you're the best, right? He does. But man, he's not shy about telling everybody and their brother that he's the best too. So that's kind of an issue for me on that front. So Elvis says, what do you think about the Iconics? Nathan, this is when you need to put the earmuffs on, my friend. Because Nathan is a huge Iconics fan. 2 words, hot garbage. Sorry, that's how I feel. See, he's already replied. You're a man of refined taste. He's going to hate my opinion. It's great stuff. Hot garbage. I mean, sorry. Sorry, one can't work, and one's not given the chance to really work. That's the truth. That's the truth. It's. But here's the deal. In the land of WWE, they are the echelon because it's WWE. And WWE does stuff that doesn't make sense to the rest of the world. But guess what? Vince McMahon every night sleeps on a pile of cash. His mattress is stuffed with it. They use $1,000 bills. Is there such a thing? Educate me. To light their cigars as they're putting their feet up on the servants' backs. That sounded terrible. My apologies. You guys know where I'm coming from, right? For real. Dude, they have more money than God. God's looking at them going, where'd you get all that money? Yeah. They don't care what we think. If you don't know by now you know. They don't care what we think. So when I say I don't care for the Iconics, they could care less about that. They don't care. For real. Sonya needs a single push as a babyface. Elvis, you're supposed to. I don't hate them because they're heels, Nathan. I hate them because it can't work. There's a big difference. They can't work. It's hot garbage. And if they can work and they're being told not to, hottest garbage of all. And that's been an accusation thrown around for years. Well, Tom, John is a very good wrestler, but they don't want him to wrestle like that. They want him to be a brawler, Tom. He's a brawler. You have got to be kidding me. Hot freaking garbage. You mean to tell me that John Cena never one time ever in his entire career said, I want to go wrestle. Let's actually have a wrestling match. No, of course. He's John freaking Cena. Whatever he wanted to do, he could do. Right? Yeah, I don't buy that, man. They can't work. I don't hate them because they're heels. There's been plenty of heels that are amazing on the mic and in the ring, and I'll show them respect. That's how I feel. They care with the Saudi money, oil money. Yeah, you're right. 100%. Elvis says Tom Clark for president. I'm going to learn that on the bass now just for you, Elvis. Elvis, let's be friends on Facebook. You got the best name ever. Shut the front door. Elvis Martinez. God, kind of sounds like a UFC fighter. If you were a boxer, you'd be Elvis Martinez Jr. I'm just saying. So, everyone's protecting their implants. They were better in NXT. Watch how you bump, girls. Got to protect the girls. Is that what you're saying? How you doing? Good show. I'm a new listener. Derek, what's up? Do you think Hulk Hogan will really have another match at WrestleMania? If so, against who? Derek, I hope not. And God, I don't want to see it. Thanks for watching. I'm playing. First of all, Derek, thanks for freaking hanging out, man. I appreciate that. Let's be friends on the Facebook. So yeah, I'm not a Hogan guy. I just never have been. I don't want to see him wrestle. He's like 84. I'm over it. I was over it when he was 24. Can I be honest with you? Just my opinion. Gary says, I want the Briscoes. If you are a fan of pro wrestling, especially tag team wrestling, and you don't like the Briscoes, stop watching my show. I'm kidding. Don't leave. I want my audience. You kidding me? I'll do anything for you guys. I'm just kidding. Jay and Mark are fantastic. They could close their eyes and work a match and be better than anything else on the card. And spend the whole match blindfolded. They'd feel it out and have an amazing match. For real. Legit blindfold too, not one you can see through. Right. It'd be amazing, for sure. You know? They're fantastic. They're great. I heard it mentioned more than one occasion, well, Tom, they can never work for WWE. I said, why? Well, because they're too coarse, Tom. Their image, Tom. Their language. Look at NXT right now and tell me how many casts that you thought you would never see in NXT. You put the Briscoes in NXT right now, they'll show up everybody there. I like Adam Cole. I do. I like Finn Balor. I do. They'll show up everybody. Briscoes be the hottest act in NXT. Bar none. Bar none. Ain't no conversation. They're fantastic. Oh, and by the way, you want to make them prove something? You want to show the world what they're made of? Go tell Mark Briscoe. Go tell Jay Briscoe. Tell Jay to his face, I bet you can't get over without cursing. I bet you're not man enough to get over without cursing. I bet you're not good enough to get over without cursing. Watch them go out there and cut a WWE promo and not curse one word. Think I'm making that up? Put them to the test. See what happens. Try it. I stick to that. I've always stuck to that. Thank you for the great stuff. Thank you for that. I'm getting some nice comments here. I appreciate that. Yeah, getting good comments about the Briscoes. Nathan, I missed your comment about the Briscoes, man. I got like that much on my laptop that I can actually, and it stops. I got to find a way to click that. Put them in HVW. Ha, well, there you go. We'll take them. Heck yeah, boy. Luke says, Tom, what'd you think of Stone Cold's program? Man, I've got to watch it. I'm so far behind. My apologies. I've been so busy. I'm a busy guy, man. What can I say? I got to get caught up with The Mandalorian. I'm now officially 2 weeks behind The Mandalorian. Is anybody caught up? Don't tell me what happens. Debbie says, love your podcast. Debbie, shut up. Thank you. That's so freaking nice of you, man. That's very awesome of you to say that. Debbie may be subscribed on iTunes or Google Play. If she is, guess what happens for Debbie's great freaking device each and every week almost? The show's downloaded free of charge. She picks up her phone and says, oh, notification. There's Tom's ugly mug. Holy God, it's a show. Let's listen to this stuff. You can have that too. All up in your face every week almost. If you just go to iTunes or Google Play and say, check. There's not a check, but click. Whatever you got to do. Subscribe. Download, baby. Make it happen. Did you see the news that Elias is apparently AEW bound next year? I don't know, Nathan. According to what I've read over the past 12 months, everybody's AEW bound. We'll see what happens. I don't care for Elias. Maybe they can pull something out of him that we haven't seen yet. Because he showed me a whole bunch of nothing. Sorry, it's how I feel. Whoever's idea it was for him to take that guitar and get out front and then not do anything with it. Hey, Elias, we got a great idea. And maybe they didn't come up with this. I'm role-playing. Can you just bear with me? It's what I do. You never watched the show before? My God in heaven. Hang on. So, be right back. Hey, so Elias, we got a great idea. We want you to sit out there and roast the crowd. Roast them. And they're going to cheer for you. It's going to be awesome. Why would I roast them if they're cheering for me? Shouldn't I just be a babyface? No, Elias, that's dumb. That's not what Vince wants, Elias. Just go out there and roast them each and every week and maybe compliment them a little bit and then turn on them at the end, right? And it'll be beautiful. They'll call it clever. They'll say you're amazing. They'll say it's beautiful. It's great booking. No one's going to fall for that. Yeah, Elias, we disagree. Because some people that are fans have blinders on and they don't see the truth because it's right in front of them. They don't see it. Is that what we're talking about? Come on, guys. Come on. It was horrible. He's not great in the ring. Dude wrestles in blue jeans. I'm not hating him for that. Come on. Stop. Like, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Tommy's the guy with the guitar. Jeff Jarrett was the guy with the guitar. You got to give me more than that. Honky Tonk was the guy with the guitar. You got to give me more than that. You're not giving me what I need. I get nothing from this cat. Sorry. It's how I feel. Thank you, Luke. Very, very nice of you. Will says, are you okay? I'm not okay, Will. I'm freaking fantastic. How's that sound? I'm in a good mood, man. I'm having great fun today. I missed you guys. I missed you being here. I missed being here last week. There's a lot of regular fans who are not showing up, and if you know who they are, go poke them. Is poking still a thing? I never poked anybody on Facebook. Hey, clean up your thoughts. It's a family-friendly show, all right? I never poked anybody on the Facebook. I don't even know what it's supposed to do. I get these messages, someone's poking you. I'm like, hey, don't be poking me. I don't know you that well, right? But go let them know they're missing a great show today. You're having fun, aren't you? Well, would you know of any Aussie Rugby League turned pro wrestler who was signed to the B but haven't? No, Daniels. No, Joshua, I don't. Interesting. Joshua's he's down under. I love that. Awesome. I don't, Joshua. Look it up, man. I'm sure there's information out there. Yeah, if I hear anything, I'll let you know. He's the Drifter. The Drifter. There's a certain wrestling podcast. I'm not going to give him free press on my show, but you guys know who it is, right? The Drifter. Come on, shut up. Stop. They keep calling Eric Rowan the Vintner. I think they used that on WWE programming one time on one show or whatever it was, and then they can't stop calling him that. It's ridiculous. Jen's giving me a great big laughy face. That's good. Earl says, you're not fantastic, you're phenomenal. Well, God, Earl, make a dude blush, would you? Hey, Donnie, thanks, man. Donnie Skaggs. Any kin or any relation to Ricky? Podcast finger poke of doom. I love it. I give you that, and you just go, oh! You flail, take a huge, ugly bump, and I cover you as if you're going to kick out, and you're never going to kick out because it's all work, baby. So there you go. Podcast finger poke of doom. That should have been like the name of the show at some point. I bet someone's got that out there. Daniel Vidot. It's not Vidot, right? That'd be kind of silly. It's a little on the nose. It'd be called Vidot. Vidot? Perhaps. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, all they do is collect talent. Talent you know, talent that you never heard of as well. So, I don't know. No telling what could happen with that. All right, so we've approached, we're up on the hour at this point. As I said, I haven't slept since Friday. Today's Friday. Oh my God, it's been a week. It's been a week. I haven't slept. I'm so tired. It's all good. By the way, how did everybody's Thanksgiving go? Did you guys have a great Thanksgiving? Because I had a tremendous Thanksgiving. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. I only ate the one time. I didn't even have leftovers. I was a good boy this year. I'm trying to still impress the big jolly old elf, so I get some good stuff in the big red bag. It's not going to be a base. I got a new base, though, courtesy of a great friend of mine. But I didn't go buy a new base. So I still got money in my pocket. So you know what I'm thinking? Time to go wreck this town. I'm just kidding. I don't know even where to start doing that, something like that. So, it's currently signed to be. Man, Earl went and done some homework for you, Joshua. Look at that. Man, you can't beat that. G1 Climax. No, right now it's the tag. What is it? What do they call it? The tag league? Something like that. I think I'm caught up. I watched it this morning a couple of times. What's my take on RVD's new gimmick? It's okay. Excuse me for not remembering her name, but man, she's got the body, right? It's colorful like I see it. She's got the body. She's got really, really tight clothes on, what little clothes she's wearing, and they're making RVD out to look like a scumbag. And hey, man, go with God. If this works, it's what you want to do. Go with it. I don't know. I'm okay with it. Like I said, Impact's hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, I don't know about the rest of you cats, but for me, it's hard to watch. Ate twice and the Cowboys lost. It was a great day. Will, from your lips to the ears of God, my friend. There you go. Ricardo says, ate too much, didn't sleep enough. I never sleep enough. It's all right. I'll sleep when I'm dead, baby. Ate too much, going to the Lord Church for dinner. A lot of food, smoked brisket. Ooh, I like smoked brisket. It's good stuff. Making me hungry. I've had no lunch. Maybe I'm going to go have some lunch. Anybody want to buy me lunch? I'm going to open up that wish list soon. I'm going to put on the wish list smoked brisket sandwich. By the way, I got a new chair. Are you impressed? Look. It's a shot in the chair. It's so insanely comfortable. And there's a hey on the bottom that when you pull the thing and I can lean all the way back. I never had that with the other one. It's awesome. I'm not even making this up. It's a cool chair. I spent too much money on it perhaps. But I think I got a good deal. It's like $60 off. It's good though. All right, let's finish up with some wrestling questions here, my friends. Let's see. Anything you guys want to close on before we call it a day? Brian says, RVD would do any type of gimmick to stay on the payroll. Brian, can I be honest with you? They approached him. He didn't come to them. They approached him. They wanted him. I'm just, not to correct you, but I'm correcting you. They wanted him. That's how that story played out. They want him on the roster. So he's there. There you go. Chairman Tom Clark. There you go. I like that. Chip, no, I'm kidding, Chip. I'm playing. So is AOP in cahoots with Rollins as new Shield? Yeah, someone just mentioned the new Shield idea. I think they just need to leave that stuff alone. Mark, thanks, man. UBZB's man. UB2B man. I'm sorry. But thank you. There's no cursing, so I assume that's a compliment. It's all good. Plus, there's a smiley face with sunglasses on it. We are coming up on a whole bunch of people not hanging out right now, which is usually a sign for me to split. What do you think Triple H gets Stephanie for Christmas? I think they buy each other new heads at this point. I heard that joke a lot of years ago about the Jackson family, that they're all just buying each other new heads at this point. They buy each other facelifts and Botox and stuff. I'm teasing. I don't know what they do. But, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. What do you buy when you're all sleeping on a big bed of money and lighting cigars with it and wiping your nether regions with it? How do you possibly enjoy the holidays? I mean, how do you? I don't know how you would. When are they going to make a New Jack commercial for NWA? Oh my God. Wow. You're really trying to rain the controversy down upon NWA, aren't you? Ronda Rousey wants to come back, supposedly is what she said. I don't know. It's you busy. Oh, I got you. Earl, thank you. I'm not hip like the kids, Earl. Can you tell? I know I look hip. But I'm a little older. And a little wiser, perhaps. R-Truth being said. R-Truth as Santa Claus? Oh my God. Make it happen. I'll watch that, DVR it, and watch it back again later. That's good stuff. Yeah, dude. All right, I think that's it. Well, there's a lot of regulars didn't show up today, but it's all good. Hopefully they'll be back next week. We have every intention of being here next week. I know that I'm not always here. My deepest apologies for that. I'm so sorry about that. Robbie says, if you could have dinner with any legendary wrestlers who have died, who would they be? I've been asked this question before. We're going to end on this, okay? Because I'm going to go get some lunch. So I've been asked this before. I would have to say, I'll say Dusty. Number one, Dusty. Andre, because I like to watch the guy eat. I'm kidding. I'd respect Andre. Andre, Dusty. I'll say Wahoo. That's my three. I'm going old school. I'll say Dusty, Wahoo, and Andre. That'd be a fun dinner. Oh my God! Keep bringing the food, Jack. Just keep bringing it. You're like, just come on, keep bringing it. That'd be a fun time. All right, I think that's it. That's all I got for you. Listen, thanks to everybody out there in podcast land and in Facebook land for hanging out today. My apologies for not being here next week. As I said before, we have every intention of being here again next Friday. Tom Clark's Main Event is available on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and of course on the YouTube. And almost every Friday here on Facebook. Don't hate, we do all we can. My apologies. Please go give our page a like. HighVelocityWrestling.com. High Velocity Wrestling on the Facebook, HV Wrestling on Twitter, and High Velocity Wrestling on Instagram. Please go give all of our social medias a follow. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Keep your eyes open, by the way, folks. If you don't know this, I'm going to tell you right now. Wrestling Rumors has a YouTube channel. Shut the front door. Did you know that? Go to Wrestling Rumors on YouTube. I'll post a link here on my page shortly. Please go give it a follow. Your boy is going to start doing some content on the YouTube channel. I know what you're saying. Tom, how are you going to have time? When are you going to sleep? The answer is, I don't know, and never. It's all good. I'm anxious to get started. I want to do something cool. So, it's all about being cool and having fun and doing some good wrestling stuff. So please go give the page a follow. I will put the channel link up on the Facebook. Again, if we're not friends on the Facebook, please, let's change that. Let's be buddies, bros, compadres, mates, friends, chums, brothers in arms, sisters in arms, brother and sister in arms, whatever you want to call it. I think that's all I got, man. I'm getting out of here. I am going to go get a sandwich. Nathan suggests I'm going to make that happen. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in, for giving me your love and support. Please read the stuff. Please follow the content on the social media. It's well appreciated. We're getting out of here. We will see you next time on Tom Clark's Main Event.